So today I'm going to be using the Revealed 3 from Coastal Scents palette to do a sort of Korean inspired sort of fresh looking makeup look with a little pop of color. So I'll just sort of talk you through what I've done so far. Is I've taken an illuminating primer and my regular foundation, which is a little bit too dark for me actually, so I mixed it with a tiny bit of white concealer, and I blended all of that together and applied that in a relatively sheer layer over my face, so that it's still sort of fresh looking. That's sort of the skin trend in Korea, is the fresh, dewy looking skin. And just a little bit of concealer under my eyes. I have a little dry patch, eczema patch on my face right now, so I'm just trying not to put too much product on that. A little bit of a brightening under eye powder, a tiny bit of silica powder to send for my eyebrows. I'm actually trying to grow them out into a little bit of a straighter shape, so I just tried to fill them in more of the shape that I'm trying to grow them out into. I'm going to use the Stila Custom Color Blush, which is sort of a powder version of the Smashbox O Glow. It's sort of a really bright pink, which I think is being washed out by the lights, but it's sort of a really super bright pink color, but it's really sheer when it goes on, so it sort of adjusts to your skin tone. So I'm using a really soft but densely packed brush. It's a little bit less dense just at the tips here, and I'm taking that a little further out than I normally would, and I'm kind of concentrating it in a smaller area than I normally would, so I'm kind of sort of in between, right below the pupil, and going out towards my hairline up onto the cheekbone. I'm going to be going over top of that with the Too Faced Selfie Powder in Moon River, which is the lavender color, and blending over the color that we just put down and kind of spreading it out into a wider radius. I'm going to take this mid-tone, light to mid-tone brown here up in the bottom row, just on a small shadow brush here, and that's just going to go directly onto the eyelids. Going for this skin tone color here, and I'm putting that in where I would normally put a crease color sort of, and blending all the way up. Still using the same brush. I'm taking this ivory color here and going onto the brow bone in the inner corner. And since this is a Korean inspired look, it's a good one for hooded eyes, because once you look straight forward and don't raise your eyebrows, you have a lot of space here above your eyelid. So we're gonna put a little bit of a shimmer accent there, and I'm taking this, here we go, this champagne color. If your eyes are more centered under your eyebrows, you'll want to apply it right in the middle, but for me, I'm going to apply it right on the outside of where my iris is. And then I'm taking this sort of pale shimmery gold color here and going under the eyes with that one. A little smudger brush here. Okay, and instead of eyeliner, I'm going to be taking a flat little push brush here, and this shimmery black shade, and I'm going to be using that to go right along the top lash line, and instead of flicking up, I'm going to follow the natural, since I have naturally downturned eyes, this works out really well for me because this is the shape that's really popular, is I'm going to just follow it down and stop it on a down slope instead of flicking it up. The technique that I like to do for this is just dab the brush straight into the product. And I use the brush to pull my lashes down and out of the way. and push into the eyelid and wiggle it a little bit, and then move on to the next section. And as you can see, you have this sort of little downturned angle here, and we're going to be filling in this space with a little bit of a pop of color just to add something a little more interesting. So now I'm taking a tiny little brush here, and I'm going to go from the corner over the eyeliner ends and draw a line straight in, and it's only going to make it about a third of the way, but I'm going to fill in that little sort of triangle shape here with this purpley color. I'm going to take just a little bit of this reddish color and put it right on the outside corner to brighten it just a little bit. And taking a little bit of this pink right here, and I'm putting it right on the center of my eyelids. There's the eyeshadow of this look for you. So it starts off with a very neutral blended out base. It's not super heavy on the lids. Going with a downturned liner or shadow liner here, and filling in the outer corner of the bottom. You can do that with a brown or a charcoal color as well. I just like adding that little bit of a pop of color, and I think the purple and reddish color is still neutral enough to work. A little bit of a shimmery accent on the lower eyelid here, and that's the basics of the Korean eye shape. And I'm just going to add some mascara on the top eyelashes, and we're going to move on to the gradient lip. Oh, and before that, I'm going to add some setting spray here. I like to do that before mascara because I find that I somehow end up stamping my eyelashes onto my lower eyelids. Okay, and so for the gradient lip that is very trendy over there, I'm cheating a little bit and using a gradient lip product. And as you can see, there are two colors on this lipstick. You have the pink at the top and the nude color at the bottom. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply it this way on the bottom lip so that the pink color is towards the inside of my mouth. Flip it when I get to the top so that the pink color is still more towards the center of my mouth. They do sell, this is from Hard Candy, you can get it at Walmart. And they do sell other Korean brands like this, which I'd really like to find because these are really cool. As you can see, just a little bit of that pink on the inside, and then nude closer to the lip line. And I flipped it. And there you have it. That is the sort of fresh Korean inspired makeup look here. And that's all I have for you today. Don't forget to check out the links to my blog and everything else down below, and I'll see you next time.